bubbly, energetic, and inspiring.
Genuine, earnest, and compassionate.
She is well, she is loved, and she is loving.
Kind, encouraging, and exciting.
Inspirational, loving, passionate.
Silly, endearing, and friendly.
Energetic, welcoming, and joyful.
Compassionate, romantic, and true.
Exuberant, warm-hearted, and willing.
Caring, listener, brother.
1, totes. 2, awesome.
That's 3.
Always happy, jovial, and funny.
Friendly, easygoing, and communicative.
Authentic, disciplined, and selfless.
Very patient, he's grounded, and he's a thinker.
Determined, insightful, and funny.
Organized, sympathetic,
altruistic, wise, and a great teacher.
Smart, funny, and fruity.
Gabe, why do you describe Jonathan as fruity?
Because it's working apple.
Okay, there we go.
Logical, friendly, and diligent.
Calm, sensible, and a good cook.
Luminescent, warm, and chill, if that makes sense.
Loving, pretty, kind lady.
Friendly and an awesome chef.
Chocolate, strawberries, yummy.
Amicable, loving, and Care Bear.
God, your mercy never fades. And I'm surrounded by your compassion and your grace.
Time we went over to her apartment and made quesadillas and cupcakes because the food was really good and it was a really fun bonding time.
When you asked me out on a Jamba Juice date and you bought me like a drink and I was like, let me buy for you, and you're like, no, let me buy for you, and it just went on for 2 minutes and then you ended up buying it for me. So thank you for that, and taking me to your apartment and just spending a lot of time with me. I know like you're really busy, but we just goofed off on that couch and like blew bubbles for like an hour and waited for Michelle to come home. And I was really touched by how much time you spent on me, like besides that also.
We had office hours in Donnell, and that was when I first discovered that Donnell actually had a cafe at the top level, and it felt like such a magical discovery. Carmen and I just talked about like Ivy Assassins and like random college stuff, about life in general and the Candy Crush, and it was really nice just having like this time bonding with Carmen and talking with her because she's such a great listener and just really easy to talk to. I basically felt like she was my sister, and it's just so great to have someone there for me.
Carmen gave me this link to the Bible app, so now I don't have to. I have the entire Bible on my phone. Well, I didn't know about that, so now I have the entire Bible on my phone. That's kind of cool.
One time, it was like late at night that Jonathan just came over to our dorm, and then it was like, hey, I just gave him like a really random riddle. For the next 3 hours, we just spent like tons of time and effort just solving this trivial riddle when we both had work to do, and it was just really nice because he was explaining to me like all these things about computer science, and it was really fascinating, and he just struck me as this like really intelligent guy that I admire.
He tried to text me about something, but I like never responded. And so he kept on texting me over and over again, but still no response. So this was like before we even talked or got to know each other. I'm pretty sure Jonathan thought that I was like a total brat and just like ignored his text. But then it turns out that the whole time he was texting the wrong number and it wasn't even me. Yeah, that's how our friendship started, and that's something that I'll always remember and just laugh about when thinking back at it.
Hey Jonathan, I just want to say thank you so much for all the times you're in a small group. You were always really knowledgeable about every passage that we studied. I remember that you always provided a lot of context into everything I studied, and I always had a lot of questions, and you always helped me understand and guide me towards what the passage was trying to say. I remember when we're learning about that passage when Jesus was in the garden and praying and talking about like, of the world, not of the world, stuff like that. My biblical context knowledge isn't that strong. You just help walk me through so much.
When we played on the IB team for volleyball, it was really fun, and even though we lost a lot, being on a team and playing together was a really good experience.
Definitely from Crazy Love book discussions, because it's been so neat to see you like really leading the group, also just willing to like really wrestle with these things in a humble way and admit where you're wrong and where you have ways to grow and where you want to grow, and it's really great to see that.
When we went to get dinner at Smart Alex, and we didn't really know each other that well, but we talked a lot about like our families and school and everything, and it was really nice just getting to know each other. And for me, being able to talk to someone about things and someone older who could give me advice.
My favorite memory with Shela isn't actually just one memory, but it's just coincidentally seeing her on campus and always seeing her like smile and just having that really brighten up my day.
My favorite memory is eating with Shela and Jonathan on the steps of Sprout during office hours.
I definitely like look back really fondly on the very beginning of the year when we walked back from something and I just talked for a really long time about everything that had gone on in my life in the past year. I think it was just really evidence that like Shela was such a great listener, really someone that I knew I could trust from the beginning, and she's just like proven that even more and more.
Hi Shela, I know that the first time we met was in SJYs in high school, but my favorite memory from this year is during the first week of school, you recognized me in the dining commons and came up to me and invited me to IB, and I just felt really loved and welcomed. You made Berkeley feel like a far more welcoming.
When we were going to Smart Alec and we had to walk through Sproul, and she wanted to go to the pre-dental booth so she could throw a pie at her roommate, but then she didn't realize that there were two groups that were having pie throwing fundraisers that day, so she went to the wrong group and she asked them if she could throw a pie at the president, and they didn't know who that was because she was at the wrong group.
I think it was like after office hours when there was something. I came back from real office hours with the GSI, and I was really tired, and so I just like passed out on his couch. He has like this really plush and soft body pillow that's like this big, and I just like cuddled with it on his couch and I quickly fell asleep. And that was a very peaceful and relaxing time. It doesn't really have to do with Dennis, but it was his pillow, so.
Hey Dennis, my favorite memory with you is when Anneliise, Gabriel, and I were hanging out where the piano is, and we all realized that we had bad posture and Gabe had really good posture, and so we spent quite a while trying to imitate him and also realized that Gabe could not slouch. So, I don't know, it was really fun spending time with you and everyone else, and a good portrayal of your wonderful personality.
You were sharing all this life lessons you learned in college. Definitely appreciate that.
I was hyperventilating before my math midterms in the fall semester. Dennis like came over and helped me, like just calm me down first, and then like we had dinner, and then he's like, okay, like attempt these problems, and I was like, I don't know how, and then he was like, yes you can do it, and then he's just so encouraging. Right before the final, I was like almost crying. He came over to the Stern Main Lounge and spent hours just teaching me and like helping me with any problems. He also showed me and Joann his masterful Tetris ways.
That one time where I just basically called him up and was like, hey, you free? And he was like, yeah, I went to San Francisco. So then we went to Uniqlo, and it was like the grand opening, and he showed me these like $10 jeans and stuff, and we just had a like amazing time just like Googling at these deals and trying on pants and waiting in line and just like man stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
Dennis, you're the first guy I've ever met who actually dislocated his shoulder by playing golf.